Thanks very much, Lisa. Well, in the world of...
Scheffler and Schauffele in the same one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain for the commentators.
Bit of a nightmare. Anyway, sorry, Paul.
It's all right. In the world of rugby league, the London side, currently in Super League in rugby league, the London Broncos have been quite nomadic over the years. They've played Barnet, Ealing, Brentford, the Valley. They play at AFC Wimbledon. They also played at Twickenham Stoop, and they're going back there for a one-off game against the mighty St Helens. And joining us in the studio now is prop Rhys Kennedy and hooker Sam Davis. Good afternoon.
Hey, lads.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much. Welcome.
Your involvement with the team, Sam, has only been at Wimbledon, I take it, hasn't it? I would think.
I played at Trailfinders with Broncos coming through as a youngster,
Right.
And then just after COVID, that's when we moved to Plough Lane.
Right. It's always going to be a tough season. I mean, it is incredibly difficult, isn't it? I mean, the quality of Super League is so high. So, I mean, how have you found it? You're bottom. Hull have had a difficult season, Hull FC, so they're down there with you. But how's it been?
Yeah, obviously it's just been a challenge that, we've all sort of took in our stride in terms of, being there and doing it every week. Like, it's amazing for a lot of us, and especially being homegrown players. So just all about taking it in your stride, really, and doing the best you can when you're out there, and we're hoping that we can build and eventually more wins will come.
Yeah. Being homegrown players, it must be been amazing to play at such a high level, and and also the way you got promoted at the end of last season was exciting as well, wasn't it? That must be been a great feeling.
Yeah, definitely, especially when we're such a tight-knit group. A lot of us coming through together, and then a few of additions of some northern lads and overseas players, and just getting that tight-knit bond, and then being able to share that together is fantastic. And we've just got to try and take that spirit into the rest of this year, and
keep going.
Keep going.
Rhys, you played NRL for Brisbane Broncos and Rabbitohs as well, haven't you? So, I mean, how do you find the difference between, because it's seen as the high watermark, even people who love Super League would say that. How do you find the differences between the two leagues?
There's a number of differences. Obviously, the weather's one of the main things. That some of the pitches are a bit drier back home in Oz. The refereeing can be a little bit different. So, in
what way? A bit more lenient in Australia, or tougher?
Not more in terms of they're trying to speed up the game as much as possible. So, they ask you to get off the ruck a little bit faster sometimes. So, and then with the heavier pitches here, sometimes you can have a bit slower games, and sometimes it can be a little bit more physical here as well. So. Yeah. How
have you found that? Because it must be hard as a player. You've played at top sides. If you are sort of leaking a lot of tries and getting beaten a lot, is that quite tough mentally to take? I mean, even though you're a good side, you're in this sort of company, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. It hasn't been ideal. Like sometimes we've had some points put on us, but we've certainly grown in the sense that. Like our defence has improved a lot. We've been working on that a lot this season. I think that might be a big difference between the Super League and the Championship is, honing in on your defence. It's when you come up against some of these good teams, Wigan and whatnot, you can kind of see that difference. So it's a big thing that we've been working on. And I think since round one, you probably would have seen, even though some of the scoreboards haven't been a whole lot different, we have come a long way in that sense, and we had our first win not long ago. So yeah.
Sam, it's a bit like in football. We talk about when teams come up from the Championship and the Premier League. You make errors, they get punished at the top level in a way that maybe they wouldn't in the Championship. Has that been the case as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think you make an error in Champ, you can probably get 10 boys chasing back to make the tackle, but in Super League, they've all got flyers who probably go the length. So. There's obviously that aspect, and it's definitely the same with the ball as well. If you don't take your chances, you're not going to get another one. So, whereas in the Champ, you're probably going to get 20 chances a game, whereas in the Super League, you might only get 5. So if you don't take them, then you ain't going to score points. So it's vital that you try and make as little mistakes as possible and take your chances when they come.
Yeah, Rhys, you got St Helens coming up. You got Wigan coming up. We saw Wigan in the final the other week. Absolutely, not smashing, but they played really well, didn't they? V Warrington Wolves, and just must be week in, week out, relentless, high level. How's that affected you physically?
It's for me personally. This year's been a bit of a different role. I've had to play a few more minutes than usual.
Yeah.
But I think just the consistency week in, week out playing those minutes has probably helped my body a little bit. I didn't have a massive pre-season myself because I had a back injury, but you know, like since playing a few more minutes week in, week out, I've probably started to come better at this point in the season, which is probably the opposite of what has been.
Have you felt a different in fitness, playing a slightly higher level week in, week out? Yeah.
From round one to now, I definitely feel fitter. And, you know, more capable at the level just by playing games, getting used to it really, and the contacts as well.
Now, there's a shake-up in the game, which effectively meant even if you'd absolutely flown and were flying at the top of the table, you probably wouldn't stay in Super League anyway, because the way that the league has been restructured on slightly different lines. I mean, is there any feeling among the players on that? Do you ever talk about that fact that it's going to be a very different Super League next season?
Yeah, it's up in the air a little bit at the moment, but I mean, for us, all we can really focus on is our performances each week, and the main thing for us is we need to put our front foot forward and make sure we try and get off the bottom of the table first thing. So our focus is just getting better each week, and we know we're not far away from a win or another two, and you know that'll get us off the bottom. So we've got another big game. I think how long away is it against FC semi?
Oh yeah, it's in the magic round. So
right.
I'm not sure. I think it's about 5 games away.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that'll be big.
So you've got that little mini battle with Hull FC down there. Yeah,
quite a lot of time on the M1. I'm assuming. Yeah. Quite a lot of time on the road. Obviously, most of the teams are up north. You know,
virtually all of the teams.
All of the except you. Yeah. So, but you have got at the Twickenham Stoop, St Helens, which there's still tickets for, and that'll be a huge game, won't it?
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can build a bit of atmosphere down there. So
yeah, that's this Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. Yeah, so anyone's welcome to come down. I think it's a bit bigger stadium than we usually play at, and we haven't played there since 2013, I think. So so there's a bit of history down there. From 2007 to 13, they used to play down there, and I think they were quite successful there for a while. So hopefully we can bring back the long-standing fans. They can get down there and enjoy the experience down there, and bring back some good memories, and hopefully get a few more than usual.
What have the crowd's been like, Sam, this season? Maybe you noticed an uplift, obviously, from Championship to, I mean, not just the travelling fans, but you getting more Broncos fans coming along to games? Yeah,
definitely. The fans have been class. Like, you know, win or lose, they're there cheering us and supporting us after the game as well, and sort of saying how well we're doing, even though we're probably not put the best performance in on the pitch, and that's great for us. And definitely the numbers have increased from last year, which is, you know, a real good thing going up to that top league, and the games are on TV every week. So to have fans in that stand's important. Like, you know, it's massively important, and hopefully if we can go to Twickenham this week and, you know, put a good performance in, that's a massive rugby part of the world. Like, I know it's mainly rugby union, but you know, if we can sort of get a few of those fans dipping into league, that'd be massive.
Down, yeah, of course.
There's a story today, fellas, is quite interesting. Super League looking to grow all the time. There's talk of a game between Wigan and Warrington being played next March in Vegas. Oh. They're talking about playing. I mean, you know, we had with the Toronto team for a short time. They're always looking to grow the game,
build it
overseas.
Around the world.
But yeah, Sam Burgess has been talking about it. The idea of sort of flying the flag, growing the game a little bit. I mean, it's an exciting prospect, isn't it? I mean, it is when people watch rugby league, they love rugby league. It's a great game.
Yeah, it's just like an American game, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, they don't always get the chance to watch the game, but that's quite an exciting prospect. I mean, it's going to be next March. It looks like it's going to be happening.
Yeah, right. Is that organised with the NRL, or is that more of a Super League?
Well, it just says, the lineup. Take on Warren at the Allegiant Stadium, March the 1st. All costs are going to be covered. I don't know who's actually bankrolling it. It's going to be immediately after the World Club Challenge to promote the game. So fly the flag for the sport over in the States.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I know they did it with NRL. I know. I watched it. It was Panthers versus.
Well, it's organised at the start of the season for each NRL
so they played out there in Vegas this year. So it'd be great if they can back it up and Super League can get out there, and, you know, once you get America on something, it's only going to go, you know, boom. If you look at football and women's football as well, and how it's just imploded over there. Yeah. So if they can get it out there, then
cricket as well. Cricket's now one of the. I think it's the third biggest market for cricket now. America.
I know that.
And that means all the other teams will have to do a bit of travelling for a change.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be nice.
But most importantly, we're talking about competitive eating today. Is anyone in your squad that's a particularly big eater?
I think me and Sammy would both go.
You know, we could go with it.
Young Jensen Mung, I reckon he can.
He can put a few away.
Put a bit of pie and mash away.
Well, that's what we're asking. We're asking the listeners because
that would fill you up, wouldn't it?
The biggest name in the world of hot dog eating, Jerry Chestnut, can't compete this year, but he's having a big face-off. I guess like a Messi versus Ronaldo battle with another guy. So we're asking the listeners, if you were going to be a competitive eater, what thing would you think you could eat the most of? So guys, if it came down to it, you had a competition at Broncos, Rhys, what are you going with?
What's your
chicken
weapon
wings,
of
I think we had.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
That one,
I missed that
chicken
one.
wings. That was
Oh, you had a chicken wings evening,
We
did
did
you?
have a chicken wing off, yeah.
Oh,
And it was a Brewdog Wing Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
right. Get down there, yeah.
I bet they were delighted to see a rugby league team.
All you can eat.
Wings you could
I think we were there about 2 hours.
great.
Yeah, I think one of the lads managed. I think Elise McCartney managed about 46. Which is pretty good going.
That's pretty good.
Poor chickens.
Yeah.
Poor chickens. Yeah, I think I'll probably have to say ice cream.
Ice cream you'd be okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Well, these are all things that people have competitive eating competitions for. So chicken wings and ice
Get down
cream.
there.
Well, fellas, good luck at the weekend. Good luck for the rest of the season as well. Keep flying the flag. It's important, I think, that rugby league has a presence down south. So let's hope that you can continue to flourish, whatever division that happens to be in. But good to see you. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you
Rhys
very much.
Kennedy and Sam Davis from London Broncos. Tickets still available to see the Broncos take on Saints at the Twickenham Stoop, their old ground. 3 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. You can buy tickets from the club website.
Father's Day. That'll finish pre-England playing. What a good day that is.
That is, Get along in the
Get down there, a
afternoon.
few pints.
Exactly.
Bit of that.
A few pints in sight of the pitch.
Yeah, lovely.
Unlike the world of football and others, you can
Obviously, you don't have to have the pints, do we?
No, you don't have to. I mean, if you're 7 or 8,
I don't think it's part of it.
Don't make the kids have pints. That's the last thing you want to do. It's Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker.
If anything, bad fathering.
It's bad fathering. Yeah, that's it. We'll leave it there. We're going to be talking boxing next.